Hi, Sunday the 3rd of March 2019, and in astrology the moon entered Aquarius yesterday. That was 1906 UK time, so it would have been morning in the States and Canada. Increased interest in knowledge, people wanting to communicate with people who have similar beliefs, like-mindedness. Basically is what really does it in friendship and people getting together today. But there is also a desire for freedom and independence. There's nearly always two things pulling against each other in just about any astrology sign, actually. That tends to be the way it is. But astrology signs relate to people, and most of us have probably got even more than two directions that we want to be, either that we're being pulled in or we want to go in or something. I don't know, but that's the way Aquarius is, basically. It's quirky. Anything can happen. People are fairly easily thrilled and excited, actually, during this time. It's not so grounded as usual. I suppose that's the best thing. And basically, it's not at all stuck in the mud. So, in a sense, it's going to be a good time for having fun. It's just not a great time for anything where you've really got to get your head down to the nitty-gritty of getting things done. That's the only kind of issue I can see there. But it's a great sign to be in. It looks like a really positive time to me as well. We're on our way through into Pisces. Just before that, tomorrow, Monday the 4th, the apogee comes at 11:26 a.m. UTC. That's when the moon is as far away from the perimeter of the Earth as she gets. There's a distance of many thousands of miles there. So she's that bit further away. She doesn't look all that much smaller, though. That supermoon thing, well, it's all true about supermoons, but it's kind of hyped up for the internet. She looks a bit bigger, That's the bottom line with a supermoon. But that's not what we're dealing with here. Here we are dealing with new moon coming in the sign of Pisces on Wednesday, the 6th of March. And that's going to be 16:03 UTC. Still 8 hours before that Pacific, still 5 hours before that Eastern. Daylight saving time, I wrote it down. Doesn't actually hit the UK until the 31st. But in the States and Canada, it's actually I believe it's the 10th. No, it's 10th. Yes, next Sunday, the 10th of March. So all these times on this week are pretty much the way we have been since daylight saving time ended last year, I suppose. Excuse me. So moon in Pisces, 8:10 Tuesday morning in UTC. New moon, 16:03. Get cleaning, get clearing, because this is a powerful moon. It'll be the third amazing moon cycle of 2019. I suppose they're all amazing, but this is a very strong one. And, excuse me, one of three very strong ones. Then on Thursday the 7th, moon in Aries, and we start the zodiac cycle again. When the moon's in Aries, people can be sort of hypercritical. Not always, that's not always the way it goes, but people generally do want everything to be kind of done in a patient, diligent way, trying to get everything done as properly as possible. At the same time, then, there's two sides to Aries, like everything else. At the same time, it's kind of active, it's impetuous, people strive, people put their energy into things. So we do get things done, we really do get things done. It's just that we also tend to get criticised a lot, and we might even criticise ourselves, so let us not get sucked into that one, friends, because that's the last thing we want. Now then, oh dear, everything I do on this chart sort of opens I don't know what it's called, opens a dialogue thing, that's it, and it kind of takes over everything. So I can't actually see what's happening on the 7th and 8th, I'm sorry, I'm really trying, but I do know that 1 week today, the day the clocks go back in the States and Canada, the moon enters Taurus. Complete rest, complete work under Taurus, and we'll know where we want to be after a week like the one we've got coming up. Now then, there are some really big changes, actually. It's an eventful week. Change is really what it's all about. Mercury in Pisces for Mercury Retrograde, which starts on Tuesday the 5th proper, and I mean that's the Mercury Retrograde station, where Mercury actually stops moving as we view it from Earth, stands absolutely still, and then we get the retrograde right through till the 28th of April. So that is coming up. It's not such bad news as it sounds, by the way. There's lessons in this, and it's not like every single day it's full of painful lessons. There might just be some lessons, and they might not be painful ones either, so don't worry about it. We'll all be a lot further forward by the end of this Mercury retrograde. That's what happens. Now then, the biggest celestial event of the year, it says in Llewellyn's Pocket Planner, is coming up on Tuesday, March the 6th, because Uranus is going to change sign. Now, when Uranus does a sign change, it goes on for a long time. It's actually going to go on for the next 7 years. and it's, let me go down here, and I can't remember it because it's early in the morning UK time. But it's not early where you're watching this, but it's early here, goodness me. Right, Uranus enters Taurus. Basically, right, you've got Uranus, which is the sign of revolution, entering Taurus, which is about kind of security, money, a fair bit of love involved in that as well. So it's pulling in two different ways again. The last time this happened was during the 1930s, and it led up to the, we think it was responsible for most of the financial problems, the Great Depression in the 1930s, that led up to the Second World War era. So it looks extremely kind of strong. But what I would say is we've learned an awful lot since those days. We really have. And the revolution here looks as if it's taking us closer to 2020 with a different way of running the world, almost certainly paperless money. It looks, I think, I'm sure we'll hear quite a lot about paperless money during this retrograde, and everyone having everything in the bank, so that, like as happened when Greece tried to leave the European Union, the banks just kept all your money because the government didn't want people taking money out of the bank. That's going to be great. I'm saving up as much as I can under a mattress. That's my approach to it. Okay, folks, well, Pisces new moon is coming in as well, so it's all looking pretty good. That's just about the next thing to happen. And we've got an Aquarius sign now, so it should be great for the end of the weekend and the beginning of next week as well. Have a fantastic day, my friends. Thanks ever so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't enjoyed it, you know what to do. Let me know, why not? Share me around the internet if you possibly can, my friends, and leave me a comment, and we'll share the journey. Okay, have a great day. Thanks again for watching. See you soon. Bye.